Okay, good morning everyone. So today is the last formal session of our program.
I think the incarceration taught me the fact that I can actually change in my mindset and the way I behave as well.
You made it all these years in prison, so you made it, so it's time to find a new path.
This program helped me to realize that actually I can rebuild or reconcile with my family. Don't give up, then become a better person, better father, good father.
Remember a moment in time where you were running this program called Family Matters?
Hi, I'm Christine. I am the founder of Awful Grace. Awful Grace is a local charity that has been around for almost 10 years. So my journey with working with prisoners started when I was trying to complete my counselling practicum. Because I had an interest in addiction, I was placed to work with halfway houses and in prison.
Recently, I was able to re-talk to my second brother, which I haven't been talking for the last 10-15 years.
Now my daughter is going back to school. So that's one beautiful thing that I see in my life right now.
The prison community, back then, it was really a hidden community. People don't know about it. They are somewhat fearful as well. When I tell them that I go into prison, they're like, okay, is it safe? I'd like to think of it as a movement. What we do at Awful Grace is really about reaching out and getting to know people who are in prison in a way in which they feel safe with us, as well as are willing to consider being part of our community.
Extraordinary people with the love you bring. When you came into my life, it's here you'll stay.
So when we first go into prison, we meet the participants. I always tell them that this is not a pottery class. It is a program that will enable them to discover themselves and who they are. Every pottery technique is tied to a life skill and a character trait. One of the significant techniques is what we call hollowing. This requires them to use a tool to actually dig out the clay, and with this, it's a representation of what baggage they want to get rid of, because if we have a solid block, we can't put anything in. But if we have a hollowed block, it's empty, it's a container with which they can fill in new things that they hope for their lives beyond prison.
I went through a dark period in 2015, 2016. I was struggling, I suppose, in terms of disillusionment, disappointment, frustration. So during the months when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, that was when I said to myself, I'm going to learn something new. And that was to learn pottery. I thought about what I had learned and how that actually parallels life. I answered a lot of questions about myself as well. And I think if only this could be an experience that can be brought into the prison space, perhaps it might benefit others.
The program came about because I decided to learn pottery. And through those sessions of learning pottery, the exact same techniques that some of you have done, right? I learned a lot of things about myself. I thought that, if I can share that with others, perhaps they might be able to find something for themselves as well.
I first joined Awful Grace program in 2023 via the Family Matters elective. Through the process, I also learned the importance of my family members. There were two pieces that I made. One is to forgive someone, and one was to seek forgiveness from. The intention for both pieces were actually for my mom and my dad as well. All this reflection allows me to understand that they were always there for me.
One of the observations that we've picked up over these years is that there are many times where people don't really think about their behavior or actions or words.
I know you've done the letter to your younger self. So future self is on page 23. Use that space to write letter. So the check-in question, if you could tell your future self one thing, what would you say?
I will tell my future self to stay strong, positive, just move forward. Ignore those negative words from others that want to bring you down or pin you down.
Telling myself that I shouldn't be giving up my goals, even though being stuck in here have really set me back quite a bit, but I'm willing to give it another shot when I go out.
The program is really focused on asking questions in ways that will get participants to reflect in things.
So I'm just saying that this question will help you to think what you want
The
to
program that we conduct in prison is called The Journey. And the journey comprises of 14 sessions, of which it includes a couple of sessions on trauma, followed by pottery making.
Look at your pieces, okay? Think about one aspect of your life now that you can see beauty in.
Recently, I was able to re-talk to my second brother, which I haven't been talking for the last 10-15 years.
Now my daughter is going back to school. Previously, she won't go to school just because I'm inside here. So that's one beautiful thing that I see in my life right now.
I think the beautiful thing that's happening to me now is I'm given another chance to fix this relationship with my family members. I mean, I didn't expect this when I came in here. Just glad to be given this chance.
I'm Superintendent Darryl. I've been with prisons for about 18 years. I'm currently an officer in charge of a correctional unit here in Institution B1. So Awful Grace is partnering us to run this Family Matters program. Family Matters has got to do with forgiveness. For many of these inmates, if they were not given a nudge, or if they don't have that spark of change, they would probably never arrive at this conclusion. I think by the community partners coming in, they are able to mend the relationships. And through mending the relationships, hopefully when they go out or in the process of going out, they probably have more hope.
Truth be told, actually, this program is really about my experience as well. So that was the negative experience, that was the dark moments in my life. But the beauty of it is that now we are all here, right?
The original meaning of awful comes from two words, full and awe. And if you put it together, it becomes full of awe. And when I thought about what the type of work that we'll be doing, it's really taking an awful experience like being in prison. We can journey with them to turn that experience into one that's full of awe.
Here you'll stand. Here you'll stand.
I was in prison for 4 years and 8 months. It's not that long, but it's not that short either. But 7, 8, 9 months after my release, I found myself falling back into the clouds of depression. Baking had helped me to bounce back again in life. I'm Andrew Joseph Ng, and I am a peer supporter with The Journey Continues, an empathy in community program in partnership with Awful Grace.
When you're back on drugs, is everything you do to conceal?
Andrew was part of our program in 2021, and he is now a volunteer in our community program called The Journey Continues. It is open to those who have experienced our program in prison, and when they are out, they are welcome to continue joining us. process, so that everyone is clear.
I always say that my first half of my incarceration and my second half of my incarceration is really like night and day. The first half was a complete waste of my time, and I was wondering every single day, is this really where my life is headed? The second half, when I co-developed empathy, that gave me back my meaning and purpose. Empathy is a peer support program that was founded on restorative practices, a collaborative model of the prison leadership with the counselors, the officers, as well as the incarcerated individuals. In essence, it basically helps you to share your life experiences and your hopes and aspirations with one another. And in doing so, it gives others hope as well. Each of us carries stories of pain, perseverance, unexpected kindness, and new beginnings. So I'd like to start this evening by share a moment when you felt truly supported or safe.
I had this relationship issue. So I texted one lady. So I told her I need some advice. So after that conversation I had with her, I feel so lightened and I was assured that what I want to do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awful Grace has always been about trying to support the disenfranchised, the marginalized of society. They are about hope. And I think what stands between an incarcerated person and prison is hope. So I think empathy and Awful Grace became a partnership that was very easy from the onset, which I'm very glad for.
Hi, I'm Norayati binti Isnian. I'm a mother of 8 and I have a grandchildren of 5, coming soon 5, One of my son was being incarcerated for 5 years. I get to know that he joined family session. So that is where I've met Awful Grace. When he was incarcerated, he never tell me anything about how he feel, why he become like this, all those kind of things. So when he started to open out with the volunteers from Awful Grace, and he told me is that what makes him do all these things, because he thinks that his family doesn't love him. His brother is judging him.
Today I'm going to meet one of the participant mom to follow up on her and how is she and her relationship with the son now.
When I first met him here, my home, he's very jovial, he's very friendly, he never judge. To be honest with you, I was quite surprised from where the background he came from. His story really makes me admire him. I heard that you went to visit Cairo?
Yes. I went today. I just came back. So they have their graduation today.
Ah, that's
It was
nice. So how was it?
He shared that he will actually spend...
From Azra, they really taught me a lot because I have Zukari incarcerated. They have been going through the same path. So from them, I've learned that, this is how my sons feel. If not, I wouldn't know anything.
I saw one of his pottery was, I think it's a cooking book. So
okay.
he put there something like he missed your ayam masak merah lah.
Oh my goodness.
All the food he name it there.
Really?
So the officer was asking him, so you will ask your mother to cook? Yes, I will ask my mother to cook for me when I come out.
Yes, he told me when he will be released, he don't want any outside food. He says, I want you to cook what I asked you to cook. Because I miss your cooking. So every time when I came, I always ask him, what did you eat?
Okay, so hi everyone. Today actually is a very important day. You get to meet the participants and do the interview with them. So I know there were a lot of
The session is about preparing the participants in a way that will allow them to have an open heart and open mind when they meet their family members in the next coming weeks.
Okay, hi everyone. We're getting closer and closer to the actual family circles. It's going to happen like next week. You will meet your assigned volunteers and you will have a conversation with them later on.
The session will focus on what their expectations are and what they feel their family members' expectations are. What were some of the painful moments in their family relationships that they would like to talk about and have not been able to.
Okay, sekarang you punya relationship dengan kakak you macam mana?
Sekarang baru aku dengan relationship aku dengan kakak.
Azhar joined our program in 2020. He did tell us that when he's out, he wants to be a volunteer. Participants who have gone through our program, a few of them are our volunteers now. And when we ask them why they want to volunteer, the answer is, I want to pay it forward because I have benefited from Awful Grace and from the program. They want others to experience the same journey that they have.
Aku hantar letter, habis 2 minggu, 3 minggu baru dia cakap, Anis, sorry I'm very busy. So, he reply letter lah.
During the session, when the inmates share with me about his family, it's more to his sister after his mom passed away. It's actually similar to my life, where I lost my mom after 6 months of releasing in prison. Not after I know his story, right? I'm meeting the sister and I will see what's her concern first.
At the end of the circle, the family members have to agree on a plan that will enable the family to move forward. For example, I will commit to writing an e-letter to my sister whom I've never written to before. Our role is to enable the family to get to a place where they can communicate and they can have conversations.
I want you to take your Kintsugi pieces. Is that the bag? Just take the broken one.
Kintsugi is one of the art form that we introduce in the journey. It happens after they have all completed making their pottery pieces.
Lift the urushi with your brush and go over the cracks on your pieces, okay? You have to actually do it slowly.
The Kintsugi sessions are focused on the participants breaking their pottery pieces and mending it back. By getting them to break their pieces is quite painful, but it is necessary because they are responsible for breaking their own lives and no one else. So the idea of breaking their own pieces is significant.
I have these things. They look like cotton. They look like cotton, right? It's actually silk, and then you use this to lift the gold or silver and put it on the crack line.
They add the gold and silver onto the broken pieces on the cracks. It is a representation of their brokenness, lives that have been impacted by crime, and how their journey to recovery, to wholeness can eventually make them more beautiful.
This is part of our continued journey with those that were met in prison and who have attended our program. But it has recently expanded to include their family members, and that is really what Awful Grace is about, communities, to be able to bring everyone together.
I believe that Christine's Awful Grace is non-profitable and it's quite challenging for her also. But I'm thankful, blessed that she opened up this where I've learned myself to open up, and Zukairi too, about our feelings, about our emotions, which we think that we shouldn't share.
So when I left with them, I only have this small group of people. Then I have Offer Grace. But now, after with their guidance, right, I am more than enough to be a befriender and make more new friends in my life.
I'm very thankful for Offer Grace. I've seen how the volunteers has inspired a lot of participants. I would like to be part of the group as well, and I see myself as someone who is able to also return the gift that had given me to the others who are still incarcerated.
I always tell my volunteers the best outcome for a charity is for it to not exist anymore. Because that would mean that there's no need for people to walk with prisoners.
That's one beautiful thing that I see in my life right now.
I think it would take a long time for a society to come to a space where certain charities don't need to exist anymore. Not just Offer Grace, but other charities. Because that would then mean that your work is done, right? For us, I don't see that happening anytime soon. But I do see that the younger people are more socially aware. They are more moved about social issues, social justice, and I'm very encouraged by that. We are moving in the right direction as a society.